Hi everyone, I'm Nana. Hope you're all doing good and staying safe. Before we proceed with today's session, let me do a quick recap of the first session of Salesforce surveys, where we understood the business use case of Salesforce surveys, how do we enable surveys, what is the need of choosing committees, and the impact it has on the unauthenticated users. And then I have demonstrated how do we generate email surveys through Email Builder. We have seen different features like page branching, display logic, auto progress, and how do we send emails either through link or through email. Talking about email, we have seen how do we send survey email either to an individual or to a list view. And we have seen that we can send maximum 3000 we can trigger survey email to the maximum 3000 participants through survey list view feature. In today's demo, we'll understand how do we generate survey emails from a contact record or a lead record, and then we'll see how do we trigger feedback survey whenever case is closed using the out-of-the-box functionality that we call that as customer feedback survey. We'll also understand how do we trigger survey emails based on business criteria through automated processes like process builder or flows. So without any further ado, let me jump into my developer org and I have opened my leads. So this is my application. If you don't find leads in your app, just look for leads tab from your app launcher and search. And this is how you can open the leads tab. Once you do that, you will open the any of your lead record which has the email ID in that. And what I do is when I open the lead record, I will look for the quick action called as get survey invitation, which is again available out of the box. And I will hit on this and I'll select one of the active survey. It could be anyone. And this one related record, if I wanted to associate this particular survey to any of the record, I will go with one of the supported object, which is maybe I will go with account and I can choose any of the account. I'll just go with the default first option. And under invitation settings, there are two options which I can go with. Either I can go with don't require authentication, which means I don't want users to be authenticated while filling up the survey. And if I need to set an expiry date, for example, I want the survey to be filled within 1 week or 2 weeks, I need to set an expiry date. For this demo, we don't need any search. I'll just click on generate invitation button. And this is how I'm able to generate survey invitation directly from the record itself. I will copy this link and I can share this link to the lead either through email by just leveraging the email functionality, or I can send this particular link through different channels. It could be WhatsApp, SMS, or through any other channel of your choice. All I need was link, and this is something I have generated using this get survey invitation out of the box functionality. In the similar way, I can do for contacts as well. All I have to do is select any of the contact which has the email ID because we wanted to send email to the contact or to the lead record, right? So that's the reason email ID is mandatory. And then get survey invitation. The same process which we have followed for lead record would be applicable for contact as well, even for the person account. Now let us understand the out-of-the-box customer feedback survey functionality. So from setup, from quick find, I'll look for support settings. So this is how I navigate to my support settings. I click on edit. So we have done a very detailed video on support settings. So I'll share the video link in the description. If you're not familiar about all the different features which is available in this particular support settings page, you can go through that video where you will have clear understanding about all the fields that you are seeing on this page. For today's demo, since we are focusing on survey functionality, our whole attention would be on this particular out-of-the-box functionality called as customer feedback survey. So once survey is enabled, you can select, and once you create any survey, if you have not, go through the first section of the Salesforce survey and create one survey and select the activated survey, the survey which is in active state, and you can go with that particular survey. and choose here and just click on save. So this is what happens is basically whenever a case is closed, this you can read it out here. Use the survey to gather feedback after a case is closed. So whenever the case, this is my case record, whenever I am marking the case as closed by going with the out of the box values again, pick list values. And if I hit on save, survey email would be generated. And we can just check our inbox. Let me see if that gets generated. Yes, I see the survey email is generated with an empted question because this is how my survey, I have built my survey in this way. So that is the advantage. All we have done is enable the survey, created one survey and chosen one of the activated survey under customer feedback survey. Then all very easily we can see that the survey email gets triggered whenever the support status is closed. Basically, the intent, the business use cases, I wanted to capture how the experience was, how the support experience was with this particular contact. Contact is nothing but my customer, right? So this is one of the easy way to gauge customer satisfaction by leveraging out of the box customer feedback survey functionality. Now let's understand the other way of generating survey, which is through process builder. So under setup from quick find, I'll look for process. For all the customization configuration, we have to come to setup from and then look for quick find, and then that's how you have to go proceed with further steps. So this is my process builder page where I will see all the process builders available in my org. I wanted to create a new survey because I would like to choose a object, SMBC One Stop channel subscribers. I just wanted to name any name of your choice of your whichever serves the purpose. And then this process needs to start in which criteria. I want to start this process whenever a record change happens, any modification. The other two options are like whenever a platform event messages were received, or if you want this process to be invoked by another process, you have to choose the other two options. As I said, I'll go with the first option, a record changes, and I will choose the object because I wanted to, basically process builder is nothing but I wanted to trigger survey based on business criteria. And that business criteria I need to implement for this particular object. So this is SFDC One Stop. So there's already one other process builder which I have implemented. Maybe I will deactivate that status stage. For now, let me go ahead and do that. So this process needs to be started whenever a record is created or modified. So first step one, choose the object and define the process when it needs to be started. So over here, I want to start the process whenever it is modified. And then the step two is I will add the criteria. Conditions are met, under which business criteria this survey needs to be generated. Whenever this channel is subscribed, if it is true, only then the survey needs to be processed. The survey needs to execute actions. So this is the criteria. So step one, object. Step two is criteria. Step three is I have to choose which action needs to be invoked. So since we are talking about survey, I wanted to choose send survey invitation. Basically, I wanted to trigger survey whenever the criteria is channel is subscribed equal to true. Channel subscribed would be my action name. And select surveys, again, I'll go with the one of the active survey. Email content is I always prefer to go with question. You can also choose the link as well. I want to embed survey questions to the body of my email. I wanted to choose the contact because I wanted to trigger email to this particular contact record, which is associated to the SFDC One Stop custom object. And I don't want any authentication. If I wanted to select this invitation expires in days, 1 day or 2 days, I can select that. Maybe let me select it as 2 days and hit on save. And now I will click on activate. Now let me go back to my object, SFDC One Stop. This is my object and this is the page layout. So what I have done is under related list, I have also added survey invitation and responses just to view the invitations, how many invitations has been triggered, how many responses are captured. So this is one of the needed feature to view in the UI. So this is my SFDC one-stop record. This is my tab. I've just created one record. I'll just click on channel subscribe because this is the business criteria. And contact is already selected and I'll hit save. You have seen two emails because there are two process builder with the same logic. So that's the reason you are seeing two emails. I should have deactivated, but that is fine. I'll deactivate at later stage. I'll just proceed with my demo. I'm just filling the survey. The survey question was, would you like to promote SFDC one-stop channel, for which I have marked as yes. You will see it as auto-populated and you would also see the progress bar as well. Right now, 33% of the survey is completed. You see the yes is auto-populated because this is what the answer I have filled in while filling up the survey. I wanted to finish my survey. It will lead to thank you page. And now let's come back to the this particular related list and see how the response is captured. Okay, so we have seen how do we invoke surveys for a custom object based on business criteria. And you see there are three surveys which have been generated. For today's demo, I have generated the last survey and the status is completed because I have completed the survey. And if I have to review the invitation record, so this is one, this is survey invitation object, and this can be customized. If you would like to add different other fields, you can go ahead, go to object manager, look for survey invitation object, and then customize this because this is one of the customizable object under service, and the other one is survey subject. So related is where, so under related, you would see the survey responses. So basically guest user, because there was no authentication, that's the reason you see guest user has filled the response. So these are different objects which is available under survey. Survey invitation is like captured for to send the survey. The survey invitation object is meant to send survey. Survey response is used to capture survey responses. This is another object. Survey question responses holds the responses of every question. So one question is this one. How is the Salesforce content in our YouTube channel? Have you subscribed my channel? If not, please go ahead and subscribe while you're watching this so you will be notified of new videos. And then the third question is this. All of these questions would be captured under this particular object called as survey question response. So this is one end-to-end demo for process builder. In next section, we will understand how do we implement the survey generation, email generation through flows. And what I wanted to do a quick, maybe let me go back to my survey page. So these are my surveys. And so this is my survey builder page, which we discussed in the last session as well, in the session 1. So where we discussed about how do we build surveys, how do we send surveys, right? And analyze is something we'll discuss in the next session as well. And one important aspect, okay, you see there are different versions over here. And this version is also which is stored in one object called a survey version object. So survey version object stores all the versions available for one individual survey, right? It's nothing but the metadata of the survey. So we have discussed all of the different objects in the previous session: survey, survey invitation, survey response, what is the use case of survey version. As I said, it holds the survey metadata. Survey question response is what we have seen in today's session as well, where it holds all the questions and responses as well. Survey subject, you are able to see the survey invitation response related list, right? you would see that related list for only or for those objects which is supported by survey subject. So there is a article which is something I have published in my blog as well. So this is a blog post. You can go to the article which talks about which are the objects which is supported by survey subject. Basically, the significance of survey subject object is you would be able to associate one object to the other with survey invitation responses, and this particular related list would be only seen and available for the objects supported by survey subject, which is also survey subject is also something you can customize some object manager. But I don't see any use case for now why you would like to customize. Okay. Okay. Yeah, this is what I have mentioned in my slide as well. In next section, what we'll do is we'll understand how do we trigger survey emails from flows, because that is one of the new feature where you would leverage the out-of-the-box action called as send survey invitation, similar to process builder. But this time we will go ahead and do the same process for flows as well. Thank you so much again, and please do share your feedback. Please go ahead and subscribe our YouTube channel, SLTC One Stop YouTube channel, if you would like to be notified of next video. Thank you again and have a great day. Bye-bye.